Hola amigos, and welcome back to another episode of La Vida Verde podcast. I'm your host, Matthew Human, here at Vida Verde. My guest this week is Krzysztof Piątkowski. He is originally from Poland. He is part of our growing Eastern European bloc of the Machuca Valley. He is an actor, a filmmaker, a low-key comedian for sure. Co-founder of Luxuriance, which is a production company based here in Costa Rica. And he is a Thai massage therapist and just an all-around good and freaking funny guy. I'm excited to have him here. It's going to be a great conversation. We hope you enjoy. Okay, Krzysztof Piątkowski. Bienvenidos, welcome to the La Vida Verde podcast.
Pura vida. Here to
Pura vida,
everyone,
right.
to be clear, yeah? What is the most important sentence in Costa Rica?
Pura vida. Are you a surfer?
Yeah, I tried twice.
How did it go?
Yeah, it was super.
You enjoyed it?
Yeah, my teacher was super proud of me. Still, I don't know if it was because I paid here or just he was impressed with my super talent.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Never knows.
I'm sure it was. I'm sure it wasn't because you paid him at all.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Well, it's exciting to have you here. We've been talking about he's been very like, why do you want me on this podcast? Like, because you freaking are one of my favorite people. Let's just start like from the beginning. I met you. You moved here. You originally came here with a family. You were the stepdad to a couple daughters. There was a separation. It didn't work out, and now you're one of the swinging single men of La Govia.
Yes, exactly.
No, just kidding. Not a swinging.
I told him we can talk about anything, but not this topic.
I mean, it's
friend, yeah. This is friend. But it means also that you feel natural and you can ask anything.
There are no swinging single men, actually. In Ecovia, in this community, all the men are very respectful, and it's not a weird like that at all. I meant it as kind of like a joke, but it is. I guess I touched right on the button. Oh my God!
Can I start crying?
You can start crying. This is why you'd be really good at this, because Krzysztof. When I first met you, I met you in Alegria at the Cacao Circle.
Yeah.
And you told me you were an actor.
Yes, and anyone like Humano thinks that if you are an actor, you are playing all the time. My ex-partners also was sure about that.
What, that you were playing and lying all the time?
In the life, but it's not true. We are really honest people. It's good to tell.
Maybe not all actors.
Not all actors, from the first, papers like of the colorful magazines, maybe not.
No. And so tell me, will you just talk about, so you're from Poland, you grew up in Poland?
Yeah.
What was it like growing
The
up?
country of Robert Lewandowski, Pope,
The Pope?
and son.
No, the old Pope.
The old Pope, the
Yeah.
real one. Polish people think that he was
There's only one
really one. The last one. That's why you have a crisis of Christianity, maybe.
Because Rattenberg or whatever his name was is gone. So yes, you're talking about the former Pope who's no longer, now we have an Argentina. Anyways, Catholic stuff. Is Poland a Catholic country in general?
Yeah, we are similar, like Costa Rica, like Spain, like or Latin America. I think for us, it's really important. Jesus and Maria.
Did you grow up Catholic?
Yeah, as every real Polish people, but I'm not practicing.
You don't identify.
My life.
Yeah, you don't identify as that.
But this is my culture. I'm proud of it.
Yeah, good.
But there are good values. I'm joking, of course, a little, but on the other hand, I'm practicing Buddhist half of my life, and also my Buddhist teachers told always that Christianity is maybe the best other option because you develop a lot of compassion, a lot of love. There are a lot of good values. So I respect people. So all my family is practice Christianity. So it's super cool.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel like we recently had Ali Nohinak on, and she's a Muslim, and she had a very similar. She was like kind of like, oh, I don't know if I want people to know that I'm a Muslim, but it's like all religions have, you know, in their core somewhere a basis of love and that. So I love that. And what was your world growing up? Were your parents actors, or are you from a family of actors, or?
Yeah, sometimes my mother plays some emotional situation. This is the only connection with the actor. But the rest, no. And I was the first one. They were super stressed when I decided to go this way. And everyone knows actors only from, like, you know, TV station and about the programs, who cheats who, and
Right.
who steal which money, and you know, this kind of, and actors, you know, actors. So some years ago they couldn't be even on the cemetery, and
The what?
cemetery,
Cemetery?
yeah, like a few hundred years ago they have no place there, so the actors,
You mean
story of
because
the actors is not easy.
Because they weren't considered sacred enough by the church?
Yeah, something like that.
Very interesting.
Yeah, so, but my family supported me a lot, and I'm super grateful for them, because even they didn't understand too much my vision, they were supporting, so it was a great help.
And when did you like decide like this is what I want to do with my life?
Yeah, it was quite fast. I was lucky enough not to be confused in life for most of my life, that I knew it from the like primary school, you know. I was also always connected. In high school I was playing in professional theater. During the studies I was playing in two like best theaters in Poland. After studies I had a lot of proposals. I had a very good beginning, you know. They thought sometimes some people thought I'm a genius, and the others thought I was a mistake. You know? It's always like that with our life. But I had a very good start, because always I looked younger than I was. So it was quite interesting that this boy who looked like a child knew something, you know. It was good for them at that time.
I guess that would really help you as an actor too, because they're always looking for people who look younger, because it's hard to work with kids.
Yes.
So having an older person with the mentality of an older person that looks younger is much more beneficial, right?
Yeah, it was like that. The problem starts when I start to grow, you know.
Oh no!
Then then I really needed to
like
learn something, you know.
This guy's not 10. This guy's not 10. He's got gray hair. What about?
It's a child remember.
So
Yeah, it was like that.
So like what was you have you done like what? I've really caught glimpses of your kind of Polish world, because I don't understand Polish, so I don't yet. I will once all the Europeans of the Machuca Valley take over and force us to learn Polish.
People believe that they are the most important in the world, you know, and also Jesus was from Poland, so
Jesus was from Poland too.
I hope soon everyone understands.
Okay, well we'll all learn this one day soon. And no, but like you were actually kind of had like a pretty successful career there as an actor.
Yeah, I had a good time in my acting career. I was quite popular in one moment because of some TV series and some movies, so I had this feeling that people were like asking me on the streets for signature or something like stupid like that, and it was good experience, you know. I heard from few very good, maybe the best actors on our planet, that one guy said, I wish everyone to have at least once in life this feeling, to understand that it's nothing, you know, that it's something more value than this.
Yeah.
And it's good to have this taste of money, it's good to have this taste of
fame,
popular, fame, and it's good to have all these feelings of this, like the most important and dream life situations, only to understand that there is something more. And maybe because of that, I also decided to come here. It was not easy decision. I'm not easy person to change anything in life. So for me, it was really tough. Many people told me, oh, if you do it, you will never be an actor again. Yeah, and it is possible. But also it's possible that all your life you create some important and interesting your story, and you could be even more interesting after.
But they were just probably saying that because they didn't want you to leave. I mean, ultimately, like, and that's one of the things I like about the film and acting world is like, you're never too old. They always need different characters. You might change your character or whatever, but it's like, I feel like when you look at, there's some actors that are like 70s and 80s that are still going because they're good at what they do, and they need 80-year-old. They need people to play, elders and whatever. So, anyways, but it can't be always easy. But it sounds like you've had a lot of success. So, I'm happy to hear that. And now you're doing like filmmaking. Did you start off filmmaking as well? Was it kind of like two worlds that are back side to side, or?
I had a few crises in my life about career, or I was bored sometimes. Sometimes I had crisis because of some people around me doing the same. So every time I decided to learn something different. And that's why I really was study like Thai massage for 10 years, because after I started to practice Buddhism, I had this feeling that I need to find something what is more useful for other people and more beneficial. This was my biggest motivation to help, and I thought that doing acting sometimes is just stupid. And then I learned that. And next time I had a super big crisis because the boss of my theater was just a piece of shit. So I decided to find something different.
What is his name and his address?
And then I decided to learn videography, and it was amazing because after 2 years of studies, I realized what is our task, also being an actor in the film, and what is our role, and what kind of space we should take inside of the picture. And I learned a lot about anything connected with art and with like pictures, with movement, with everything. And then my crisis went away, and I started to be better actor in the movies because I understood what is the goal. Sometimes you don't need to do so much because you are interesting only like you are super interesting when you are sitting. You don't need to do sometimes much more.
The world's most interesting man.
Yeah.
I'm the world's most interesting man. By the way, you get the well-dressed awards because you're sitting. Your posture's not the best right now.
No, not the best. Yeah, not the best. But
this jacket
this is amazing.
Fabulous.
I have my own stylist here in the jungle. It's very important to say. We have a friend, Fernando. Fernando is the chef, but also is my stylist, and he's looking for the most spectacular suits for me and all the clothes I have from him. So I have really good connections with him and with Larry, with whom I living. So I have now a very nice time with friends, Yeah. But I wanted to tell you something about that because I did it not only to be super sexy and beautiful, but it was very important. But the other thing which is important is I'm really practicing and I'm doing it really serious to celebrate the life. This is my new goal, my new life experiment. So also I started to learn finally Spanish, and I heard from one of my friends who is a coach in Poland. She told that, for example, if you want to learn something new, it's more about vibration, that you have to vibrate in some energetic level. So if you want to learn Spanish, you have to vibrate with this language. You have to, for example, be around the things which are connected to Spanish. Also celebrate this moment of learning to have a good impression in mind that when you are doing that, this is something nice, this is something special. And also this kind of situation, this is for me special, I even I took a shower before our meeting.
I thought something was different about it.
I chose my favorite clothes, Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can do it. And this is super important, And when you are trying to live like that every moment, your life starts to be like a super celebration,
I love that idea.
Yeah, friendly.
To start. I might go. I like to wear black. No, I don't do so much celebration with my clothes, except during
a celebration hat.
I do a celebration hat. Yeah. It's the first time I've ever worn a hat on this podcast. So
I want to tell you because it is also interesting. The Humano decided to do it before when he saw me that it would be funny to have it. And now I want to say what is the difference between friends, boyfriends, and guys and the girls,
Okay.
And it connected with this exactly. That is, I heard it and I think there is something in this. So when girls see that they have the same clothes, they start to be enemies, They don't want to help anymore. And when guys see that they have something, hell yeah, brother, hell yeah, brother, right on. And I like it.
Okay. And well, speaking of the hell yeah, brother, you mentioned you got your bro crew, you got Larry and Fernando. So Krzysztof is living down the road in another community. Not all of our viewers are watching, but those who watch know that we live in an area full of eco-villages. He lives in La Ecovia, and Larry and Fernando are like, you got a crew down there.
Yeah, they are my angels, I can say.
Yeah.
We support each other. We are like really good friends. We spend tons of hours together.
And you're all like super into like working out too, right?
Yeah.
I think it's like one of your...
Yeah.
I've been going to the gym a lot.
Yeah, every morning.
This man is like
bulk. I have my routine. I do it like around 5 ice baths, then some meditation, then we go to the gym 3 times a week. So it's like a good rhythm. And then we work sometimes. Yeah. It's a nice... And now I also discovered something with Larry yesterday. I thought all my life that competition is wrong. And all my life I was living like, okay, I'm super happy, whatever you do, I don't want to compare with anyone, And yesterday I discovered that competition is good. It was a game changer in my life, because we competed now with Larry about everything, but we are making it's all about motivation. Generally, I want to share that the motivation is the most important in life. And if you have a pure motivation, good motivation, like, for example, our motivation is like to be the best versions of ourselves. So we are competing, like with ice bath, who is longer, with training, who do more, with working, who will create a better project, But it's in a level of like also joking style. And then I believe that we can grow next to each other more and more, And this is something what is new in my life.
Well, I think from
What do you think?
my perspective is that it can be true, and also not always is true. It's like, it's not like, yes, this is true and that's not true. And with certain things, for sure, I would agree. Competition could be a really good thing. It can lead to innovation, and for instance, in business or whatever.
Well,
but like, for instance, like the ice bath thing, it also could lead to death. Like, if you're just trying to push yourself to like, I'm going to stay in here longer than you so I can beat you. And then your heart stops because you've actually done it for too long, one step over the line.
No worries.
Or hold your breath. I'm going to hold my breath as long as I can, not really longer, until you pass out.
Yeah.
Anyway, but it just came to mind. I'm like, I'm a balanced kind of guy. But you're a Buddhist. You've practiced Buddhism, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm quite peaceful, but also it's a misunderstanding of, I think it's a very like surface layer of understanding that you think that people who are practicing self-spirituality, they are soft, No. We have like, in Buddhism, there's also a lot of aspects of enlightened mind, so it's peaceful mind, for example, representation, but also is the rough one, is a Mahakala protector that if you need to protect, for example, somebody, if there will be now a few killers and I would laugh you, I would do anything with them, against them, to protect you and my family. So it's also this aspect, but the most important is not to have a motivation to harm. It's just a motivation to protect. It's all about not to get involved with disturbing emotions in the situation. So you are not trying to have anger inside of you, but with a peaceful mind, you can also be protective for them.
Yeah, I guess I feel like I would agree. And it's also like, again, it's a line. It's like, it's because, yeah, as long as a lot of it comes about your motivation and your intention, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because there is that certain thing where if you become dangerous and then for instance, you're like training in weapons and in arms, and like suddenly you have all this knowledge and this skill, but it comes with responsibility, because that could easily, turn to, you piss the wrong, if you're easy to anger or whatever, it's like, that could be a very dangerous thing. And also that could lead to violence rather than being, I think that's the thing with a lot of the gun conversation in the United States is like, we need guns so we can protect ourselves. Everybody should know how to shoot.
Yeah.
And there's that other side of it, which is, or we don't need guns and then no one's going to shoot each other. It's like, for me, it's always writing that like interesting, like.
This is amazing. And I really love that you started also the topic about like emotions. And I think that this is incredible that we are human beings. This is something different than animals, that we have this opportunity to deal with that. And what is beautifully
Cats listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only one who is more human than the rest of animals. But with this emotional level, it's amazing that we can experience that and we can learn from that and we can transform that. So with anger, you have also a lot of power, so you can use it in a different way with the power. When you are jealous, you, for example, you have also, they compare, for example, jealousy to eagle, that you have the eyes like an eagle. You see any situation and you create your own stories, even not true. But if you transform it, you can have also a good eyes and you can see different situations and you can wish different people the best. So any emotions you can really transform, and this is a beautiful path what we can go through.
I agree with you, and I think it's like having I see that in you too, like having the balance of like the meditation and like having. I think it's good to have both. Like there's being physically strong, but also being emotionally balanced, and also like and then you learn to harness that strength and power in a different way, and maybe never even need to use it eventually. It's like
and what now I discovered the most, and like this kind of distance in life, and how, for example, Buddhists say how to recognize the real Buddha. You can recognize him by his laugh.
His laugh.
Because these things which are around us are not real, and there is a sentence beautiful: the highest truth is the highest joy, is the highest level of functioning. So in this really enlightened state of mind, everything is super joyful, and that's why I don't like when people connecting with spirituality, they think that this is something serious and they start to do something with this, I very often laughing that I'm doing, I love, for example, another shitty spirituality, do we do something like that? All these rituals, I love to do it. On the other hand, I love to laugh at that because it's also funny, how we are in all our circles and our ceremonies. We are super funny sometimes,
So
and
true.
when you start to be really serious, it starts to be a cult or something like that, which is not useful, and at the end also the Buddhists say at the end there is also no Buddhism. It's also a concept. So everything is concept. So we have to go to this state of mind that at the end it's just nature of all phenomena. How to achieve it? Of course, it's a way, I don't know. I'm far away from the state, but I start to understand that, it's really not real what's around us.
Nothing is real, bro.
Nothing.
It's been,
And you.
yeah, right.
Really,
And this as an actor, and it's part of that world, because the truth is, like, so much of what we even create as humans is facade.
Yeah.
Like Hollywood is all mostly bullshit.
Yeah, probably.
As a child, I didn't know that. It took me a long time to realize, like, this idyllic family, not everybody has this. This isn't, but it's like what's spoon-fed to us through media.
And it's something interesting what I want to say, what I discover here, maybe in the jungle. Sometimes I think, oh, wow, it's so sad, I'm not actor anymore. But sometimes I said, oh, but I am a Thai massager. Oh, I am a videographer. Oh, sometimes I am an actor. Now I started to be a teacher in the school, and I said, wow, it's nice feeling to be nobody and everyone. Because you can decide every day who you are. And here, especially in such a places, you feel it. Also surrounded with all these amazing people that here we can be easier anyone. because there is not so many shells that people want to put you inside, you know?
Yeah.
A big city, I was living in a big old city, very cultural, very amazing. And when you start to be someone, you have to be like that all your life.
Yeah,
Like it's like how it feels.
in the same in the music industry, it was like, you know, pick a lane. It wasn't just like I'm a musician. It's like I'm this kind of musician. You have to choose exactly what kind of musician you want to be. And I was just like, that doesn't suit me at all because my influences, my interests are wide, and I love all kinds of music. So, but they were like, no, for marketing purposes, you have to be this person or not that person.
Right.
And I'm like, screw that, man. Yeah, I think that's what you're saying. It's like there you had to be this person, but here you can just gotta be who you are. Because you're not hustling as hard.
And what was super surprising for me at the beginning here in communities that nobody cared too much who you are, not who you are, but what are you doing for life. It is very rare question, and this was super surprising for me because in most of the big cities, maybe all of you who is watching, you are living in, the first question most often is what are you doing for a living?
Right.
Here, not so often. It's more what you like.
Unless you come on this podcast.
Yeah, what you think about the nature, about the world.
How was your day?
How was your day?
How about that
What is your dream?
How about that?
What you use to your hair that it looks so amazing?
I use nothing. I very rarely shampoo, actually.
Oh, great.
Well, there's this whole movement around the no-poo movement around like letting your hair's natural oil. I mean, I definitely do wash.
They are not smelling. I really like it.
I'm like an every 4 days kind of washer, you know. And I don't condition much anymore. I probably have split ends. I need to get it.
Yeah.
I need to get my mane treated. And also you're like, okay, so, but the locals are going to know you as like, you're filming a lot. Like you're the guy like, who's so generous, by the way, Krzysztof. You're out here on a camera.
Yeah, during that I want to make something from other side. You can use it later and you can also edit it.
Okay, this will be great.
I like to experiment with this style. You can talk.
My two favorite filmmakers two of my favorite filmmakers.
Yeah, exactly.
Are here because there are other great ones here too. But two of them are here, Ivan and Krzysztof.
Ivan is very handsome. You need to.
Yeah, I know. We should bring him in. I should interview Ivan. We're working.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
He's timid about his English. He does. He's actually pretty good at it, but he's timid about it. Yeah, no, like you've been doing lots of filming. You filmed our monkey medicine. You're generous because you're really talented. You're filming and so good, and I really love your editing. And
I want to have it on my camera. Oh, you can tell. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not the human.
So yeah, like, what is are you available? Like, people can hire you to do, like, camera work?
Oh, yeah, this is important topic. It's nice.
Okay, I guess now we're talking about production and... Yeah, dear, speaking of...
My dear clients, all of the world, I'm super available. I can go whenever. Yeah, it's only about money.
Okay.
And fun.
He'll do anything for money.
I can speak anything. Videographer, bitch. No, to be honest, we are starting a company with my friend Carlos.
Carlos
Sansaloni.
He's been on our podcast.
Yeah, he was here. And we have a brand creating like marketing for luxury places in Costa Rica. So sometimes I can visit very beautiful places at the coast. And we are doing beautiful videos. But also I started to do events and now a lot of retreats. And this is something interesting because I think because also I love these topics like with development, with the health issues or anything what is connected with that, and I'm quite maybe sensitive. The people like to work with me because I'm quite not so intense as I am now. I'm like more at the back and observe. I'm good observer. Now I learned to talk a few years ago, maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Before I wasn't talking too much. So I was practicing all my life, really.
What do you mean?
In my private life, I wasn't talking too much to people.
Really?
Yeah, I was quite shy. On the stage, I was talking a lot. Maybe it was one psychologist when my friend told me that probably I've chosen this job, this work as being an actor to develop something because I had maybe some emotional issues, and because of some characters I could learn about the emotion. I think it's a quite interesting theory.
Sure.
And I think many actors has the same. And but going back to videography, because I was observing most of my life, the situations, I have maybe quite good eye, and also a style that people even don't see that I am there. This is a kind of good quality which I can use now.
Yeah. You're natural. I love that's one thing I love about. Yeah, thank you. And where can people find your work or get a hold of you if they're interested in hiring you for events or whatever?
Yeah,
Retreats.
Yeah, retreats. I love it.
Luxury houses.
Luxury houses. Yeah, the bigger budget is better. But also
Not that money is important,
but also, to be not only joking, I do also a lot of things totally for free because of some relations.
You do. You're also very generous with working.
I'm really curious about people's lives. That's why it's also good to create a good art, because you are just curious. This is the most important. And also, today I was listening to my friend who is this coach, what I was talking before, and she said also, what is the most important thing about communication? And when people, it's good, maybe it's a tip for you.
Give me a tip.
Next conversation. So the people are opening mostly in one situation, when your biggest and most important motivation is no judgment. And I think it's really, it works for many fields, with videography also, with conversation also, that you are just taking, I also learning this, I'm not the best, I'm not the master, but I'm trying to remember about that you are just trying to listen, no judge, and trying to discover who are you talking and who is inside of this beautiful body with long hair, that we are, we can connect on this level. And then even the language, which, for example, I still have some problems with English, with Spanish, with all that, it's not so important, when you really are curious about somebody and you're trying not to judge him, you're just trying to connect in some different level. Even if you said weird word, somebody can think after, wow, it was such a good conversation.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you swore on my podcast, but I still think this has been a great conversation.
Yeah, a lot of promises at the beginning. I said, fuck, I accepted this invitation only on the one condition. Only one condition. You have to risk, and I'm not responsible for whatever I will do or whatever I will say.
This brother, I mean, what is a good interview without a little controversy?
Yeah. I thought I want to do a massage also for you during the talk.
Oh, okay. This is okay. Here we go. I don't know if this is good for my.
It's good. I want to check how we will act when I will be doing this.
This is okay. Oh man, this is lovely.
Because normally conversations are quite boring, and some moment you have to change something, and I like to improvise.
So, you're also available for Thai massage locally if people, I guess.
Yeah.
This is your calling card.
I have my place in the house, and also I'm going to the people. So it's a very nice.
Oh, that feels so nice. Wait, I have one more question.
Yeah, come on.
Who was the famous actor that told you that line? You said the most famous in the world. Who was it?
That one. This was this super funny guy. Who is the most funny guy in the world? Who was playing in the Mask, for example?
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
He told you this personally.
No, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. I was like, I'm sitting hanging out with Jim Carrey, and he like,
believe. In jungle, you can tell anyone anything because people believe in your story. Nobody check you.
No way, man. There's no fact checking. We have no fact checkers.
Yeah.
Well, my brother, thank you. I'm sad that the massage had to end, and I would love to.
I want to tell you something in the end.
Okay.
Because now we are preparing also. Finally, I am an actor, at Saturday we are showing with, there is one guy, Josiah,
Josiah, I love Josiah.
Yeah, so Josiah was creating a Teatro de la Tierra here in this region, and now he moved to Atenas. and we are preparing few scenes from King Lear, Shakespeare.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you like Shakespeare?
Yeah, I love, and I was playing a lot Shakespeare in my theater in Poland, and I was also playing in the Lear. But now, and this is something. Can we have 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Because it will be super spiritual and super mystical. Why this spiritual shit as all these circles and all this matching the card? It really works, and it's connected with Buddhism because Buddhism says that the space is in information. I was always joking of these rituals that you take the cards and you read what is your future.
Like tarot.
Yes, but every time I do it, it's true.
Yeah.
I'm weird.
I know.
And I want to show you something. It will be only for strong people, yeah? If you are afraid, just switch off now.
If you're afraid, shut up.
Look, I will...
Sí. No, eso no.
I will show you what card I chosen a month ago, and there will be a story, okay? So this is the card. Can you see it?
What is it? The Fool. This is a card this is like a tarot card you chose.
Yeah. Tarot card, a fool. And all my life, many people think in my life that I am stupid or I am super intelligent. There are like two teams, you know? Finally, I think I'm super intelligent.
You're either really stupid or you're just pretending to be
Yeah,
stupid.
and
right?
now, when I discovered this card, it is written.
I think it's the second one.
Light attributes. It's fearlessly revealing emotion, helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. And if you are take a shadow, it's using humor to wound rather than liberate. The kneel your emotional truth, like
Denial, like denying your truth too.
And it is very important to understand myself that I was always like joking and all that, and people thought that I am like crazy or I'm stupid. But when I discovered this card, I understood that I could use the humor also to liberate people. And what has happened 2 weeks ago, Jessai called me, "Can you play in Lear with me?" I said, yeah, sure. You would be a fool.
We get those, so it's all coming back. And Josiah is used to teach acting at Yale. He's like a well-known, he's a very accredited acting teacher and does a lot of theater around here. So
yeah.
What an honor.
And the sentence from that: have more than you show. It's the beginning. Have more than you show. What's it again? Speak less than you know.
Have more than you show. Speak
less than you know. Lend less than you own. Write more than you go. Learn more than you know. Set less than you throw. Leave your drink and leave your whore, and keep in a door, and then you will have more 2/10 to a score.
Okay. Yeah. We got a little piece of King Lear. When can people see you in King Lear?
Oh, at Saturday we are showing in Atenas.
Oh, this week.
This week, yeah, but we want to prepare it as a full show, and now we are on this moment to just
raise money. So people can watch out, and hopefully sooner or later.
It will be in 3 languages, international actors from San Jose, Atenas, from here, so it will be super amazing and exciting.
Amazing. Okay, we're gonna continue this conversation. We're gonna do a little short piece in our Patreon follow-up about because you were vegan and you've recently.
I used to be, yeah.
Yeah, well, you were hardcore, and now you're so we're gonna talk about that. So if you want to catch that, check out our Patreon, patreon.com/La Vida Verde podcast. This has been a great conversation with Krzysztof Piątkowski.
I think it's the time, like after the match, that we are changing the head.
About time. I've been wanting to do this the whole time. Krzysztof Piątkowski, thank you so much for being here. This is La Vida Verde podcast. I'm your host, Matthew Human. We release episodes every Tuesday at noon. You can check us out on YouTube and see this crazy man in his beautiful jacket. You can listen to us on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts. You can check us out on Instagram at Finca Vida Verde CR. We are on Facebook, Finca Vida Verde, and definitely check out that Patreon, patreon.com/La Vida Verde podcast. Thank you to Eco Teas for sponsoring me with your yummy mate for so many years, and Masood Taj for this lovely sponsored cup.
Yo.
See you next time. Pura vida.
Pura vida.